It's 2020 and it's a year we can all agree we got a break that we didn't ask for. And it's up for debate if it's one that we deserved. We've had COOF 19, BLM, Defund the Police, SARS, and now God of High School. Crunchyroll has been on a roll making its own anime, Tower of God, the one nobody wanted to watch, and now the God of High School. Tower of God was a hot pile of mess. In its defense, the manga started slow and the anime just adapted that part that was boring, so it kind of has an excuse. But the God of High School is a nothing burger presented in a 5-star restaurant. It's like a girl promises she's going to give you a good time, and when she comes over she brings her grandma and she's so wasted you think she's dead as the railways in Nigeria. The hype for this show is one I have never seen before in the anime world. As early as 2016 I've had people ask me about the God of High School, and when it was announced it was a show everybody you didn't know was talking about. Heavens, every episode there was something for people to lose their shit and come and start getting even more hyped. Oh my god! Did you see that move? We've got Digimon in here! That move was so freaking awesome! Oh, it's a big night! Look at the animation! He's shaking his head! Oh my god, he's shaking his head! The way new people just got into anime hyped this show, you think it's the new cocaine in town. After watching the show, I didn't feel like I wasted my MB. I feel like I've wasted my eyes. I could have stared at cement dry on a wall that would explain itself better than this show. What was the main point of this show? Was it for the... I don't even remember his name. Well, it doesn't matter. Was it for this guy to find his grandfather? Was it for him making friends? Winning a tournament? Is it about whatever this shit about God is, or going to school? If you're going to say the show is about him looking for his grandfather, how is going to go a tournament to go and beat people up going to give him the location of his grandfather? You're not Batman, and even Batman asks questions. And if you're going to say he's going to use that wish to find his grandfather, you have two problems. This looks like the first time in the world of this anime that a tournament like this is happening. What was the guarantee that truly any wish could be granted? Hell, it's till the end of the show that we found out you couldn't bring back the dead. That's false advertising, bitch! Number 2, this idiot was obsessed with finding strong opponents to fight than looking for his grandfather, okay? His actions doesn't make sense to his goals. Okay, let me give an example. Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Gon's goal was to meet his father, but he believed the only way to do that was to become a hunter. That's the only way to understand his father. To Gon, getting a hunter's license was not enough, but being a real hunter that has gone on adventure and have done enough to be called a hunter. Being a hunter is not just a goal, but a means to an end, which that end is meeting his dad. But to this guy here, which is the means and which is the end to finding his grandfather? What actions can you show me that aligned with that theory? I mean, look at what he even wished for at the end, and the reason for his wish doesn't even really make sense. Like what? You didn't know that if you won the tournament you're going to have to stop a lot of people from winning that tournament, and if they don't win that tournament they are not going to be able to make their wishes? Really? Plus, he had no reason to waste that wish on these guys. If it was his teammates, of course it would make sense, but not this. To win the tournament. Okay, this guy was fighting this guy, and then this guy jumps in, and at this point is now a street fight. And let's not just forget that this guy said God of High School is over, and they somehow still say this guy is the winner. How? Ref! What am I talking about? There wasn't even a city, not to mention a ring, that you can have any tournament rules. Major question, who was the villain in this anime? Was it the anime albino we know nothing about? Or why he can summon kaijus at any time he wants? It'll be stupid to say yes, because him and the main character was not even in the same conversation, not to mention the same video frame, to call him a villain. And now we're left with this Karen over here, but they have nothing that connects them. These two, yeah, they have. Karen over here hurt his loved one a while back in a tournament we don't even know anything about. More reasons why you shouldn't put male and female in the same ring, but I digress. Boy already had his revenge when he was punching the guy's light faded, so their act is already concluded. So why am I supposed to care about him going up against the MC? They even tried their best to show us his backstory that didn't still explain why he's so fucked up. Wait a minute, I haven't talked about Yusef. This guy and the episode starts off with them telling us about the nine-tailed fox, hyping him up like he's supposed to be some freakishly strong shit. And in that same episode, he got his ass handed to him. And that's another problem with this show. Things are happening too fast for anybody to process at the same time. It's like you're getting burned, stabbed, tickled, and jerked off at the same time. That is not a good way to go down. And finally, what is this shit? We went from hand-to-hand combat to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures to Persona 5 in just 12 episodes. Like, what in Hades is going on? I feel like I just watched the first 2 episodes of a show and then the last 11 episodes of a 200 anime show. I'm here thinking to myself, if the bad guys truly wanted this guy's grandfather, why not just kidnap him and wait for the grandfather to come and rescue him? I mean, if they could find him when he was hiding, how hard is it to find a kid on national TV fighting for all to see? If DBZ can explain his plot in a way that even a goat can understand, what is your excuse? Another thing that annoyed me was I couldn't find a single character I could care about in this show. Okay, that's not true, maybe just one. This guy, because I know more about him. I know he's a bit laid back and has money problems. He's very powerful and cares about his colleagues, even to the point he's busting into his boss's office to ask him questions over the death of one of their colleagues. It feels real and relatable. Other than that, you can't really care about anyone. If you don't care about the characters of the show, you probably will not care about the plot of the show. God of High School left me confused as the bystanders in this show running around with what the F is on their faces. Yes, the show looks amazing and has beautiful animation on some fights, but that's it. A beautiful looking burger with no taste because there is nothing inside. Now I am very worried about Noblesse. That's a manga that has slow starts before it gets good. I hope they don't rush it. You know what? I don't think I want a solo leveling adaptation if it will be made by Crunchyroll. No offense, I'm happy they are making their own anime, but it's not by force. So Noblesse will tell us if we are doing good or bad in our relationship. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Did you think this show was going to be good? Do you actually still think this show is good? Do you think you're ever going to read the manga? Do you have any reason to believe why it turned out like this? Let me know in the comment section. And share, because that's the only way this channel is ever going to get big. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Stay dangerous, people.